So wanted to give a quick tutorial here on how I ended up doing this. Basically this tie whisper, which is really the tie interceptor just painted like the tie whisper from Return of Skywalker. And this is basically just the regular tie interceptor with a paint job. So I used these three paints here to get the colors. So same as what I use for the Royal tie interceptors. So these are these Deco Art gloss enamels, the shimmering silver, Tuscan red, and then black. Takes a number of coats to really get this thing to look pretty good in terms of how it comes out, because of all of the little pits in here in the actual wing part. It takes quite a few to get deep enough in there. I would recommend, if you were doing this, to use a firm brush to try to do this. I'd use a soft tip brush, and ultimately it creates some challenges with getting into the crevices there. But I would definitely do that last. Paint the outside portion of it first and just get it all black, and then you're good to go. For the embossed portion here, I literally used just some of my kids. There is like a Crayola clay kit, so it just dries up. It comes kind of moist, and then I just basically built it out, and then I used a small screwdriver, so one of the flat-headed screwdrivers, to basically make this little trench in there. So I just made that on there and then stuck it on, and it ended up sticking pretty good. It's white, so it turned out pretty good, so it made it pretty easy to paint it. And then I just painted this portion here, which looks like what's painted in the actual movie. And then from the back side, it's hard because you don't really get a great view of the back, but I just basically did the same thing here on the back in order to make that. But that is ultimately it. There's really no other custom features other than just painting it, and it takes a long time to paint this whole thing and to get it looking pretty good. Just because, like I've said before, I didn't use a primer on this, so I just painted it on, and once you paint it, it starts to dry out, and then you can paint again on top of it. So this has got 5 coats on it probably in order for it to be that black. And for the gray portion here, it's probably maybe 3 coats on there in order to get that pretty good. And the red I did on top of the black, so again, 5 or 6 coats to get that to look pretty good. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, there you go.